You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Devious Maids After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Devious Maids After Show.
Auto music today.
Talk dirty.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Talk dirty to me.
Hello, hello. Hi, guys. I'm your host, Candice Buenrostro, and I am here for the recap of Devious Maids Episode 8. Good night. No. Night, Mother. I'm joined with these lovely ladies.
What's up, everyone? It's Francesca.
Hey, guys, it's Laila.
So, the season is getting closer and closer to an end.
I know,
it's really depressing. We're going to have to wait another year to see what's going to be going on. But in the meantime, 4 more episodes. So let's get right into it. But we predicted he did not die, Laila.
Yes. Not that I want him to die, but yes.
Nicholas is still hanging on by a limb.
Please hang in there. Yes.
Yeah, the surgery is really close to his aorta, so we'll find out, I guess, next episode.
Yeah. How crazy is it, though, that he wanted to get married before?
So do you think if he still marries Marisol, does Ethan still get the money?
He gets part of it because he's in the will, yeah.
Or does she have the power of attorney to, like, change it because she's the wife? Will the...
Remember, he wasn't going to make her sign a prenup, so she pretty much is going to get everything. But I think because he's in the will already that he's going to get it. And I don't think she would change it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was going to say at the end, when Opal was like, will you take care of, or, can Ethan still stay there? I don't think Marisol would.
She said she likes him.
Yeah. I don't think she would do anything.
I mean, I like Ethan got some major like brownie points this episode by telling his mom to kick rocks. I really was proud of him for doing that because he kind of, in the beginning of the episode, popcorn. In the beginning of the episode, he notices his car's gone in the morning, and it's like, okay, Nick's been hit. Where's my car? My mom's psycho. It doesn't make that hard to put it together.
Let's figure that one out
there you
here,
go.
guys.
And Opal gives him the shh when they go off to go to the hospital. So
Crazy
he's
town.
just that must be hard to have a mother that kills people.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like the scene between the two of them when he was saying, I've kept your secrets long enough, and you need to pretty much get out of this house and get out of my life. So I don't blame him. With the flashback scenes in this episode, especially, you kind of see, a little bit more of what happened, and he's really known about all that since he was a little kid. It's traumatizing. No wonder he's
the way he is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny how Opal says, I may not be a good person, but I'm a good mother. But then she wants Ethan to lie and say an alibi. What kind of mom does that? So
Opal.
Yeah. Clearly she's a little loopy.
She's looking out for herself, But yeah.
But yeah, I agree too. I was so happy that he stood up to Opal, and it's like, can you leave?
Now, I'm thinking, if Nick does come out of it, we're hoping he pulls through, but do you think he's going to have, some idea, Opal hit him? It was her?
I don't know, because Marisol didn't seem to have, an inkling to that, so, but we'll see.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to be, obviously she decides to leave. He might put 2 and 2 together. Plus, there's going to be I'm sure there's an investigation going on, too. And I wonder if it's going to get pinned on Ethan, because it's his car.
Maybe. Well, but on the flashback scene, it shows what Opal's been carrying on over Nick's head throughout the year. She actually killed Dahlia. Yeah. And he couldn't call the cops because he did something with the Powells, and they haven't quite said.
Well, we find out that he is a murderer
They haven't said it yet, but they're predictions. But pretty much, put two and two together.
Wasn't it you, or was it you that predicted that he killed the son? Yep. Yep.
That would just make sense because everyone's intertwined. So
yeah, it does make sense.
Writers, I'm available. Hit me up. Mark.
Mr. Cherry,
we got some ideas for you.
Mr. Cherry.
Oh, that's a good lead-in.
You see. So, yeah.
Want to go into Rosie then?
Yeah, Rosie.
Yes, let's get into let's get into Rosie and weirdo Reggie.
Oh gosh.
I can't stand it.
I can't stand him either. He's so shady.
Yeah, he's like, he must be a Gemini. He's way two-sided.
Geminis are crazy women, I think. For men, it's like the Scorpios. They're crazy.
Yeah, Aquariuses are kind of weird too.
He just has like...
We're like, I think it's Cancer.
Cancer's the best.
Every sign in the zodiac.
Every sign in the zodiac, yeah, pretty much. Except the Cancer women are the best.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are. Hi. Yes,
Hi.
no.
Wait, I'm auto
You do.
Damn it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely two-sided, like, just playing both sides. He's telling Dee Dee, like, oh, Lucinda's yelling at, you'll see that she's going to lash out. And, of course, she sees her getting frustrated with Rosie, but has nothing to do with Rosie. And then you see him come up to Rosie and is like, oh, Lucinda, where he's just sitting back. Like, does that bother you, though? Because he's trying to get his uncle's money.
Take advantage of the situation.
But why?
Douche. He's a douche.
Yeah, exactly. He's shady. He wants the money, and he's playing every single angle he can play.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had it planned down to like plant Rosie in that house, give her that job, take on this case, and just kind of know he could plan her in there. I think it goes back to that. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, he's pretty sneaky.
But I mean, I didn't know it was really bad, but I kind of loved how Miguel got in trouble at school for calling a girl a gold digging whore. Did she take the crayon or something?
No, she wanted a cookie.
I was dying. I'm like, you go, Miguel.
I know. He's off to a good start.
At first, right, when in the beginning of the episode, she walked in on him watching like a sex scene.
Oh, yeah, like a porno or something.
And so I thought that he got it from the television, but no, he was getting it from Lucinda. I was like, oh, ding, ding. She's calling Dee Dee those names, and he's picking up on it.
So funny.
Oh, my God.
Man, they pick up on everything.
And it was Reggie that caught Rosie talking to Lucinda, like, can you watch your language? And I think that planted the seed, like, okay, we're going to blame it on Rosie.
He's just a Gemini.
Yeah, she just needs, I hope it doesn't really seem like they're together anymore. I don't know. I hope she kind of like ended that because he's not good.
Well, of course, she's probably going to date him and then realize he's crap, but we all do. Women.
Story of my life, sister. Tears.
This is a little violin.
More wine, please.
I wish. Can we turn water to wine? No. No, but my favorite part of this episode is how great are Mr. and Mrs. Powell, like, on the show. Just like
their chemistry,
their characters, like the writing, of course, is amazing, but like they're just genius at their roles. Like, it's just, he's trying to catch her, she's playing him, and what's the line he says? Our marriage isn't based on love.
It's what did he say?
I have it written down. Oh, our marriage is not based on love, and that's how we have so much fun.
Yeah,
but it's heartbreaking, this episode, because you see him as a person and break down, and it's kind of like you feel for him, and you expect him to go to that car, and pretty much touching base on the Powells, pretty much Adrian, he found out that they were hooking up, so he put these cameras all over the house, and of course Valentina, she's that written all over her face that something was wrong, so of course
poor Valentina just stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah, so Mrs. Powell's like, Evelyn was like, oh, okay, I know my husband well enough. He put cameras everywhere, and he kind of called her out. He's like, oh, watching her on his like little phone. He's like, oh, she knows there's cameras. It's like her good side. She's trying to do it. I do that too. And he has Valentina follow him, and she's like, okay, after this, you got to go to your psychologist and therapist. But
it's sad, though, because you like you said, you expect him to like react the way he does, and it really like humanizes him because you see a different side of his character, and like that it just tore him apart.
I feel like he's always been more, I think he's always still really loved Evelyn more so than Evelyn's loved him. And that's obviously obvious because she's having an affair with Tony. But even when that one scene, was it this season or last season, where it was their son's birthday, you know, and he seemed more, you know, sentimental, and she was just kind of like,
I think in this season, yes, but in last season, no.
Well, he was a little weird last season.
Yeah, and she was kind of trying, and she was really hurt. So they go back in this like vicious cycle of hurting each other and trying to one-up each other, and that's just their relationship.
It's a game.
What I would like to see in the future, that dynamic, if when they find out that it was Nick that killed their son, the two of them are going to unite their forces. That's going to be something that's going to be something to watch. The two of them together.
Yeah.
You don't want to piss them off.
You know,
I hope they both fall back into love.
I think she just needed Tony to spark give up, you know, like Stella got her groove back. Evelyn got her groove back.
Evelyn's getting her groove on.
Yeah. Like she said, the poor thing, she hadn't had sex in 15 years.
That's true.
Like,
very true.
Poor thing.
Cobwebs.
I feel like Evelyn really like, it's not just a fling. I feel like she is starting to like Tony a little bit, though. I think she likes the attention.
I think it's the lust. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just think it's sex, and he's hot, and it's lust.
And he's young, and, you know.
Good eye candy.
Yeah.
And she established on the second episode when he wanted to move into the house. She's like, no, you stay like a little pelochato, little dog. But it's like you're in the guest house, and I think Adrian, he is hurt, but you know, he showed that hurt. Now he's going to come back with more of a vengeance. Like now he's like pissed off.
Do you think he's going to start fighting for her?
I think so.
Or do you think he's going to shut down?
No, I think he's going to grow his huevos. And he's going to become that man that she wants. And I don't think, because she doesn't like that vulnerable man. She likes how, you know, he used to be that powerful porn guy that would take
exactly that powerful sneaky porn man.
Yes.
Mr. Powell.
Mr. Powell.
Adrian. No, I like this episode a lot because I feel like a lot of the characters were shown in different ways. Like a lot of them seemed more like human, and like it wasn't just like the witty banter and like the deviousness of like, which is great, but like the whole Zoila thing with Genevieve. Yeah.
Touching base really quickly before we move on to Valentina and Mr. Powell's relationship, I almost feel like he's kind of a father figure to her.
Yeah,
and
totally.
And you don't see, like, you totally different side of him. You don't see him like, oh, like he's gonna go put her in a room and watch her have sex and film her. It's like he legitimately, like, you feel like he would look out for her.
Yeah, well, she came into their house when he was kind of vulnerable, so I think he created a soft spot for her, and she seems lovable there too, because, you know, like we said, both sides, she was like, I can't lie to both you guys. So
so cute.
She really cares about him too. I mean, it's good that he's turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she's beautiful. Obviously, if it was the old him, he would be like trying to hit on her every second.
Hey, yo, I'm
You know?
my friend.
hey yo,
I have a room to show you.
Can just bend over.
Oh, God.
you missed the spot over there.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to my favorite, Genevieve.
Oh, gosh. You gotta love her. And, you know, that whole scene, you know, I watched it last night, and I thought of you, Candice, because I know how much you love her so much. And I was like, I bet you Candice is gonna, like, die when she's watching the scene, when she's hitting on the boyfriend, and he's like, oh, you look great. And she's like, Pilates. And I was like, Candice, loving
I
this.
do Pilates. I love Pilates Platinum. Love it. Check
Shout
it out.
out.
Yes, my muscles. That's what I did. But no, she's legit in real life. She does do Pilates every day, and she eats salmon. That's why she looks so great.
Yeah,
I'm like obsessed.
We got the details.
Yes, I had the book. Susan Lucci, love you. Want to come on the show? I swear we're not psycho.
Candice, she's your idol. We know.
Yes, I watched her growing up on All My Children, so it's
great.
so fun to see her play this character, and I love her, love her. But I almost teared when we were watching in the trailer. I was like almost tearing up when her and Zoila had that moment when she lets her know my kidneys are failing, and it's just heartbreaking. But Zoila comes back and she always knows when to lie. Yeah, when to lie. And
Exactly.
Genevieve acknowledged that, and it was a really cute and touching moment.
Yeah, the relationship's so sweet.
It is cute, and I like how Genevieve is she's still very strong. Like, she wasn't moping. She was like putting on makeup and kind of talked about it very lightly. Oh, my kidneys are failing because of, you know, I'm 60, I'm not 49 anymore.
She jabbed her. She's like, I'm not 46 anymore, like he said.
Yeah, that was cute. But it was funny while they were, you know, kind of arguing back and forth with each other at the table.
I love that scene. I thought it was hilarious.
What do you think Tony was just like, Javier was just like, what's going on?
He's probably just like, oh. women being
boy.
women, and catty women.
Meow. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, like I don't think she, you know, that's just Genevieve. That's like how she is. She wasn't really like hitting on him. She just likes the attention, you know, and she's that person, and she's just like, oh, you're so young and handsome. What are you doing with Zoila?
That was so sad. But you know what? I love that she used paper plates because her maid was off for the night.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, that she thought he was a busboy. She's like, you can bring out the real dishes now. He's not a busboy.
The writing again on this show is just genius.
Yeah.
The little
So good.
commentary, it just gets you.
I know.
The little quotes.
It's hysterical, and it's just so clever. And then it's also like so touching at the same time too. So it's just great.
Touching, very touching. And I love that Zoila's getting her groove back too.
Yes.
She's falling
Oh,
asleep on the
girl.
job.
We've all had days like those.
I love how Genevieve told her. She's like, yeah, I pay you to clean because she's falling
I think
asleep
you missed
again.
that part.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her ex-husband to come try to get her back. And she's like, nope. She'd definitely upgrade it.
Oh wait, she traded up big time.
A man that can cook.
Owns a restaurant, good looking. You know. So it worked out for her.
Definitely. Now, moving on to Carmen,
Ooh.
Spence, and Creepy Ty,
Oh
the
gosh.
nephew.
Let's just discuss.
Yes.
His character just
How creepy is he, right?
So
he plays
creepy.
such a good creepy person.
He does such a
like,
great job in,
Okay,
in that role.
casting
acting's
genius.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
His
yeah.
acting's great too. Yeah. And I'm sorry I don't know his name, but
Ty.
well, yeah,
yeah.
really? His actual name. We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
no, he's just convinced that, you know, Spence is in love with Carmen, and then they have the dinner, and he put something. You knew he put something in the food, and I thought it was going to be way worse. And I mean, it could have been. You know, you don't really
Some
know.
of
Putting
those
cleaning products,
chemicals, yeah,
you
are
can
just-
ingest them.
That's why we baby lock the kitchen when there's kids, because that stuff is not.
yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that intense. I thought maybe he put something in there to make him have like
laxative or
churro-
something.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I thought so too.
yeah,
The
to make him
BGs.
to make him look like he's older. Like, oh, you can't take the hot stuff. Like, you're going to the bathroom right away. But I didn't think he'd try to put like
Well,
Well,
then, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think he realized it was gonna
that to that extent.
to that extent. He's totally not even thinking because he's so just
Cray cray.
stuck on. Ugh.
But the scene,
character.
the scene before that happens when he's talking to, Ty's talking to Spence, and he's saying, "Oh, really great job, like screwing the help." And he doesn't know he's talking. He thinks he's talking about Rosie, and he's really talking about Carmen. And he's like,
Yeah.
"How'd you know about that?" And that's just, you know, I was like, "Oh, shit."
I always hate that when that happens in shows, when you know, like, you know the truth, but the characters don't. You're like, no.
Can you just specify more? Ask the question.
I know.
Exactly. Can we go into detail here?
Yeah, I do that. Really.
Come on.
For that exact reason.
Exactly. Too much sometimes.
Yes. I need to know how it gets from point A to point B.
And, you know, I liked how Mr. Spence was like, you have a long way to go before you're a man, when he was talking to
Yeah.
Ty. But I just feel like that's probably just fueling some fire underneath, you know.
Pissing him off even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And you saw
And
him.
you already know he's crazy because
Oh,
he's
God.
involved in that whole, you know, burglary ring that's going around.
and he tried to commit suicide. And
Yeah.
His marbles are
Yeah,
normal.
and then he. So you find out, okay, your mom. I called for your mom to come get you from New York. She's flying in to take you home, and he loses it. I thought he was going to lose it a lot worse, but then he's still there. So you
Oh,
see
he's
him.
creeping outside while she's cleaning, just creeping
Yeah,
around.
did he kill his mom?
Oh,
Yeah,
Maybe we
'cause
can get
it-
into some predictions when we talk about that.
Where'd the mom go, guys?
Yeah, but like no. Yeah, what happened to the mom? But he thinks Carmen doesn't love him because Spence is like, Carmen does not love you. So now he's going to try to get her.
Oh, he's so creepy.
I think he's just infatuated with her, and he created in his head that that's his girlfriend or that's his woman.
Exactly
you know?
what he
And it's
did.
So creepy. He reminds me of one of those creepers that would write a love letter and like cut out each letter and like glue it on. You know what I'm talking about?
Like those ransom type
Yes,
movies.
yes, and think that that's like a love gesture. Ugh.
Yeah,
God.
crazy and young, not a good
We
combination.
missed our little love triangle this episode. No Remy, no Valentina
Oh,
or
I
Ethan
know.
interaction. But, you know, I'm hoping.
Hoping for Remy and
on back,
Valentina.
Remy.
Well, now that you know more about Ethan's background, you really don't want her with Ethan. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but again, like you said, it showed more of, it just kind of like showed more of like humanized him, maybe like not like him in a sense, but it kind of you feel bad for him. You see,
You see why he's so screwed up.
but I'm still team Remy and Valentina. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like think he's that much of a creeper as much as I did in previous episodes. Now it's starting to turn into Ty. Like I'm starting to think he's going to become the leader of that whole little bling ring.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see the little like sneak previews of the next episode, you know, and I knew that was going to happen because she's like, let's have a party to celebrate your 20th year and invite all your celebrity friends. And I'm like thinking like, okay, yeah, haven't we had enough parties? Like that's a big red flag for what's going on.
You know what I don't understand is Carmen, why didn't she want to give the note that Mr. Spence wanted to give to Rosie? She's like, I don't want to get involved. He wanted to give her a note in the kitchen, and that's the scene when Ty like saw them like interacting. But I didn't understand that. I'm like, she should have just gave her friend the note. But I get it, she didn't want to get involved. But
I don't know. She's like her friend, and she's trying to stay out of it. 'Cause that's like her work and her friend, and like, you know,
give her the damn note.
I know. I don't know.
I'm totally missed that part. So I have no.
Yeah, they were in the
comments.
kitchen, and that's what.
That's when he saw.
Yeah, when she give him a note, and she's like, I'm gonna stay out of it. So, anyways, with that being said, any news, gossip, predictions?
Well, not really gossip so much, but I did see that the cast is wrapped, so congrats. And
Here's
hopefully
to getting them in the studio, guys.
Exactly.
Come on
I saw your
in.
little photos on Twitter, you guys. You all look great.
Yeah, have your PR people call me back. Thank you.
Nothing personal.
I know you guys are in town. We see your Instagram and your Twitter.
Call me.
Just to be subtle, you know.
Yes. Oh, and really quickly, just to touch base, Maria Menounos, her new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness. It shows how she lost 40 pounds, what she did without spending a lot of money, just determined, and just how to eat right. And
There's a lot of good recipes in there.
and keep it off. She looks amazing.
It's a great book.
I know she says 14. She looks amazing, guys. You gotta get this book. And I have her other book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life. Like I said, my mom bought it for me.
Actually, this is a little news. She was she's just featured in Us Weekly for like the top like body issues. She's one of the top like 100
She has
celebrities. So with an awesome body. So yeah, go Maria.
Yeah. Pick up a book, support.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some predictions, guys.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Laila or Francesca?
What do you think Tony's past is about? Because we see in the preview for the thing, you know, that the blonde lady, I don't know if she's a maid of someone else's house, is talking to Adrian, and it's like, that's not even his real name. Like, so what do you guys...
I think he's well, I'm gonna let you finish. It's your predictions.
Well, no, I don't. I'm kind of just sparking the discussion for predictions.
I think actually that he went in to work for the Powells. Like someone sent him in to like
undercover brother.
Yeah, to start something or do something or to get back at them in some way.
That could be something.
Possibly.
Yeah, because they have a lot of enemies.
That's true.
Yes, they do.
Maybe one of his girlfriends or something was in one of Adrian's little movies.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know, but I think that's interesting because there's always been something kind of about Tony that we've always wondered. So maybe we'll find out.
Well, did we? I'm still trying to think back to the first season. Like, did we find out who killed the maid that died at their house? The one that Marisol's son got set up that he killed her.
Oh yeah, it was Rebby's dad.
That's right.
Yeah,
I was like, maybe he was involved in that.
Who knows? Like, there's so many twists and turns.
I know. There's so many that I forgot.
Keeps your head spinning every episode.
But that's a good question.
I'm pretty curious. And we see the scene where Ty says, "I want to hit another house," and you can clearly tell it's Ethan that has a hold of Carmen. So what I'm thinking is Carmen gets hurt, and then Ty's gonna like go crazy,
maybe take off his mask
and reveal it all.
Well, you see in the preview for the next episode that they're holding a gun to her head. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't think she's going to get shot. And you never know. But like, I don't think she's going to get shot. But maybe something's gonna happen. Because she's like, this isn't happening again. Because you got to remember, she's so traumatized about what just happened like a month ago. I mean, can you imagine being in that same situation after what just happened?
Right.
He was shot, like, died in your arms.
Right. And you know what? That's funny that you say that, because why would Ty even do something like that? Because he saw how hurt Carmen was when they were in jail, you know, after his little drinking party.
Yeah.
When she said, he died in my arms.
Because he's angry at her.
He's twisted.
He's angry at his uncle for sending him home. He's pissed. That's why.
Well, I don't understand what he thinks the end result's going to be. Oh, we're going to go rob this house. I'm going to steal her, and she's going to be my slave. I'm going to have her in my basement. Like, seriously? Like,
where's this going?
There's no good in this.
There's no good outcome in any of it.
But
like I said, he's such a good actor, but I hate his character. It drives me nuts.
That means he's doing his job,
so
you know?
well. Yeah, so well.
So
good job.
Yeah. So, should we get into predictions?
What do you have, any predictions, Laila?
I think Nick is going to pull through, and
Oh, we're switching it up
yeah.
now. She's
I think
changing
he's
it
gonna pull
up.
through.
Good.
I'm gonna like go off and say he's gonna pull through, because I want him to kind of get to the bottom. I want to get to the bottom of like who he killed. I want to find out who he killed, which
I think it's the Pow.
I mean, you putting that sounds that would make sense. And I want him to go after Opal. Like, I don't think Opal's done. I don't think she's out of it. You know, she's definitely going to be, there's going to be something going on with Opal. She's going to try to get back, or she just can't be away. She's lived that life for so long.
She's about that life.
She is.
About that life, son.
Yeah, I don't. Oh my God.
She ain't loyal. Hashtag. Blank, blank, blank ain't loyal.
They never are loyal. But if I stop crying, I can finish. Yeah, so I don't know, my predictions, Genevieve, I think,
She's gonna get sick.
I don't know. I see like Zoila and her relationship getting stronger, and I think she might get a little, it's gonna be, I mean, to go through kidney dialysis is not, it's a really hard thing to go through.
Yeah.
So I feel sad for her, because I feel like she doesn't have, you know, a man around. She doesn't have, her son's not really around. I mean,
Well, he's back
He
now.
is, but like, do you see really any scenes with them? Like, doesn't she seem really lonely, and she has Zoila, and that's it? That's what it seems like to me.
That's why she's focusing on getting Remy back with Valentina. She needs, you know, she's one of those women that needs a mission or something to focus on every day, and that's what's keeping her spirits alive, focusing on getting them back together. But
Yeah.
I think this kidney stuff is just threw a wrench in everything.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have a Remy and
Valentina
reunion
to be there for each other.
and then they can have a wedding and get married at the house.
and I could so see Genevieve asking, like, "Oh, I'm dying. Can you guys get married, please?" Like,
On
she
her
totally,
deathbed.
on her deathbed. I need
There's
to
my
see.
prediction. Thank you. Done.
You're welcome.
Team effort.
Team effort.
Candice, what about you?
My predictions, pretty much, I agree with what you guys said. I am about Genevieve and Zoila. I think she is going to get sick, and Zoila is going to be there for her, and it's going to be sad, but I think she's going to get better, of course. As far as the Pows go, I think it's on. Adrian, the gloves are on. It's going to be some games going on.
Now, like, Adrian's so hurt, though. Do you think he's going to continue?
Oh, 100%. He's hurt and he's pissed. So you saw that vulnerable side to him in this episode, but now it's going to be like the old Adrian, pretty much for me, is going to be back. I wouldn't be
maybe
surprised.
that sparked the old
I wouldn't be surprised in next episode he starts, you start seeing girls like
camera.
Not with Valentina, though. I
No.
think Valentina, he thinks of her more as like a caretaker or more of a daughter.
Yeah, they have a great little relationship.
And with Marisol, I think she's going to marry Nick. I think he's going to pull through. And I'm excited for Nick to find out that it was Opal and go after her. But yeah, and like I said, I don't think she's leaving. I think she's going to be that crazy woman like lurking outside or just like
She's so
like
lucky.
pop up in
Should
like
be
a
related.
closet.
I don't.
Maybe they
Well, I
are.
don't think. I don't. If he goes after her, if he finds out it's Opal, he can't though, because then Opal's gonna say who he killed. But I think it's funny.
Well, go after her. I mean, not that she killed Dahlia, but maybe like the fact that she hit him. I mean, maybe let me find out.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if he goes after her, she can hold that against him too. Like,
And I think
then
she
I'm gonna
will.
tell.
No, she totally would.
Yeah.
That seems like a more like a finale piece, but I would definitely love to see what the pals do with that once they find out that it was him, because that's going to be some crazy
But
stuff.
she's
to see.
crazy. I mean, I don't know who would believe her. But but you never know.
You never know. And as far as the the Mr. Kenneth and Reggie and Dee Dee goes, I think that this may sound crazy, but you know my predictions are all pretty spot on. So I'm gonna go out of the box a little. But I think Mr. Kenneth is gonna let Rosie be eventually in the future be the power of attorney, because he's like, my whole family's bonkers.
Yeah.
You're the most sane person here, and she helped him get better.
He's talking.
So I see her being the power of attorney, and him realizing like his nephew's like a creeper and just in it for the money. He's with the gold digging whore, Dee Dee, and then his daughter has all this hatred towards him. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
But, all right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in and watching. And make sure you go to iTunes, rate us 5. We like 5s.
5 stars.
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Candy Buen, CandiBuen. And where can we find you lovely ladies at?
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Laila Sadny.
And same thing, Instagram, Twitter, XOXOCESCA.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.